Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Antigonus Gaming. We are here with Metaphor Refantazio. We are going to be shopping, and then we are going to be infiltrating Luis's ship, the Charadrius. So the first... Oh, actually, this isn't where I wanted to go. We already did the recruitment center.
Let's go.
So I'm going to go to the weapon shop. So... I hear Brigitte's voice, man, and my influence exceeds then beyond just Ignitus. I've informed them of the deal. Use this gift well. Thanks to Brigitte's guild discount, the shop's prices are reduced. So, I'm gonna appraise some of this stuff. If any of this stuff is useful. Really, the only stuff that's useful. The most expensive stuff, yeah, I don't... Okay, so those were good. I'm gonna go to the, armor shop next door. Because my characters need better armor.
Hey.
Welcome.
Understood.
Yeah. Indeed.
Alright. So we bought new armor for everyone. There should be an item shop around here somewhere, too.
All right, then.
Okay, I think it's around the corner, actually.
Thank you kindly.
The Black Cat's Claw.
Okay?
Ah, you've come.
Alright, so... we'll buy some of this life-saving medicine that will give it that... Great Fairy Dust. Which restores 100 health to everyone.
What now?
Thank you kind. Yeah?
Alright, so we're gonna head to the Charadrius now.
Let's head there right away.
So, this game was an anniversary title celebrating a lot of Atlus's various different works. And the different arcs in the story celebrate different things they've done. Some very, very obviously, some less obviously. In this case, this particular arc is celebrating Persona through the lens of Persona 5. With the whole idea of securing an infiltration route, that was your goal in all of the dungeons in Persona 5. That's the game I plan to play, but it's a really long game, so I'm not yet ready to jump into it because it'll take me a really long time to get through the whole thing.
What now?
To greater heights.
Let me see if I can level up her mage all the way up.
I've acquired a new power.
That means if I do that, I can have her get wizard.
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
7,200 mag left.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I hear the voice, "O worthy heart, who tempers anxiety into strength greater still. If thou art prepared to pursue the knowledge to surpass the natural gift of the logic world, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the mage.
I see.
The power of the wizard, amazing. I can feel even stronger power resonating through me." So the wizard has like an even bigger cape than the mage. It's like a silver, white, and black cape. The wizard's armor is all red. And then like the pointed hat also has like a cloth thing that goes around the side and the back of the head. The eyes of the wizard are red. And you can see all of the like shining bones and skin inside because it's not fully armored up. And its staff is a little bit more decorative and stuff than the mage.
Oh.
Well. It seems the number of archetypes has grown. I am very pleased. It's not much, please take this.
To greater heights.
I'm not going to level her up, change her over to wizard. However, since I have all of these items, I can just level it up.
A new means of protection. I've acquired a new power.
And then what I can do is I can skill inherit, and I can get the level 2 of each of these magics. So Batra, Liza, and Candera, which is the level 2 for fire, ice, and lightning. And they cost a little more MP, but they're a lot stronger. We've got to secure a route to Luis's private quarters. That's the only way we're going to get our hands on this cursed formula. Can we sneak into his gauntlet? I'll say, let's sneak in. Let's proceed carefully. We don't want to raise any suspicion.
So?
Alright, you know the plan. The formula's deep within his stronghold, and we gotta get to it somehow. Our lives are forfeit the moment they discover our true intention. It'll be wise to gather information from the other soldiers. The crew quarters are just down this way to the right. Let's make our way there.
Alright.
Hey, you.
The other day I walked into the maintenance chief's room by mistake. The mule-headed bastard shouted at me until he was hoarse. He did. I was furious. I was worried about the time leaving his old arse behind that, or he's anxious about all the spies Forden has about these days. So, we head to the right, and we open up this door here. I really like this dungeon because it's not like something that takes like hours and hours to get through, but it's more of like puzzles and stuff. It's always nice in games like this when you have dungeons that are like you're long involved, like 90-minute dungeon crawlers, but also ones where it's like more of like a puzzle, and it's got, so like we're literally in a cafeteria with a bunch of Luis's soldiers. Soldier on break, don't even think about going into the back room. It's off limits to bottom rung grunts like us. Sneaking in, that's good. That's a good. Come off it, mate. Those guards aren't letting you through. And we talked to another one who's sitting at a table. This one's got a green thing on his armor instead of the red cloak. You're the rook. You hate to be the one to break it to you, but no one here's going to take it easy on you just because you're a kid. You seize your role, then you perform it with your own 2 hands. That's how Lord Luis does things. And another couple soldiers talking to the tired soldier. You see the way those Magnus brothers zipped up the ladder? Would love to do the same, but I gotta tell you, I'm sick of all this damn grunt work. Soon enough, though, we'll do something worthy of the sergeant's attention. Then we'll get the work in the cushy areas further inside. We got another guy here. I heard about you lot. You're the new recruits. To be one of us, you gotta put your life on the line for Lord Luis. You so much as think about it double-crossing as well, it'll be the last thought you ever had. Alright, and now we've got a door here with 2 guards. And they got the white cloaks on, so we know they're Luis's elite guard. Sentry duty. Halt, where do you think you're going? You lot of the new recruits up in here, aren't you? Rank and file aren't allowed into the restricted areas. Don't make me repeat that. Really? Why are they restricted? Because that's the rule, that's why. It's for ranking officers only, like Sergeant Xanth. You've got no business going back to his quarters. So if you're all caught up, get your ass back to your post. Come back if you manage to make a name for yourself around here.
What the?
Sergeant Xanth, isn't he that hulking brute that got in our faces earlier? So he's the one in charge of the crew quarters area. It would be a fool's errand to try to convince those obstinate guards to let us pass. Perhaps our fists would make a more compelling argument.
Don't!
No, if you make a scene here, then we'll get found out instantly. We have to think of another way. How we might stay out of the guard's sight. If they ever leave their post, perhaps that's when we could slip in. Maybe as the other soldiers around here know something, let's ask around.
Then...
So now we can talk to all the guards again. Same guys.
Come on.
So, look, guy on brick, you really think you could sneak in one of the back there at Hillary, ain't you? You really want that badly, I'd wager you could sneak in while the guards aren't around, assuming such a thing is possible, mind you. Here's another one, the guy at the table. Guards chase you, of course they did. They're not going to take a break like you, seriously. A rookie's got to make a name for himself. He'll give the rest of us reason to remember your face.
Not too shabby. I say you take it.
We got a, looks like a weapon of some kind. Oi, how about you and me have a drink here tonight? We don't get any real breaks. Nothing beats getting hammered to hell back, you know. Couldn't hurt to invite the two door guards along as well. Heard one say they'd brought some good stuff in today. I saw the guards giving you a hard time, you know. They aren't all that bad as it goes. Just get a little drink in them and they'll be warm right up to you.
What should we do?
So what's the next course of action? 'Twould seem there are indeed some cracks within their vigilance. I've got an idea, just watch, Stroll says. An idea? What are you playing at, Stroll? When Stroll walks up to the guards. You again, I'm only going to say this once more. You're not allowed back there. Sir, I wouldn't dream of going back there. You must understand, I only came to talk to you, to learn from an esteemed senior crewmate. Huh, you want to do what now? Well, you do seem like a stand-up chap. I've heard you got quite the discerning palate. Think I might join you for a drink or two? I could learn a thing or two from someone of your pedigree. Oh, why didn't you tell me you were a fellow connoisseur? My shift's not quite up yet, but what the hell? One drink couldn't hurt.
Yes.
Stroll sitting down with them at the table. Oh, Stroll actually did it. Nobles really do know how to schmooze. We should seize this opening. Go now. Hold a moment. We'll stand out if we move as a group. We know precious little about what's beyond the door. I believe this calls for reconnaissance. One of us ought to go ahead and scout. Once they are assured the area is clear of prying eyes, they call for the rest to follow. This is a sound plan, though it raises questions.
What do you think?
Who we send out? Well, I'll say I'll go. No, it's reassuring. I have full confidence in you. I agree with Heisme. You will undoubtedly succeed. I hate to burden you with further responsibilities, but you're the best suited for the task. And besides, it's your job to grab the curse's formula anyway. No need to fear. I'll be with you all the way, Gallica says. Oh, now we're over by the big door. So, we've got like a bird's eye view.
All right.
And I hope you realize this will be at the tough part. The room up ahead is Sergeant Xanth, and he's in charge of this area.
What should we do?
And it looks like there's a decent amount of guards around, so I said let's knock out the guards. Nice and clean. Okay, once we knock out the guards, our infiltration will be secure, that we can safely get everyone in. You need to get closer to the guards without them noticing you, then ambush them from behind and knock them out. I'll help you with my face sight too. If we work together, we'll get this done in no time. So basically, we got a bird's eye view, and
watch out.
We've got a
Okay then.
a labyrinth. It's two levels, so we got the ground level and then the upper level, which we can go up with some ladders.
Okay.
And we've got guards. Some of them are stationary.
Yeah.
Some of them. Some of them are not. Some of them walk back and forth. Well, that's all of them. Bet all those guards weren't expecting that. Xanth's quarters is in the back. I'll go back there.
Can I put in?
So everyone comes in now. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can sense anyone inside. Someone's in there, and they're alone. Now's our chance. And let's take care of him quickly. The guard from earlier is probably still passed out drunk, but a commotion would bring others running. Obtain Sergeant Xanth's key. Deadlight 812.
That reminds me.
Hang on. Do you remember what the informant told us about Xanth? He was described as a huge man clad in armor. He must be the guy that hassled us earlier, right? We we should avoid trying to overpower a guy. Instead, you mentioned different things, like using poison or burn might be more effective. If we follow the intel we got, we should be able to handle Xanth.
Ready?
Let's go. Ready to, I'll say, let's play.
Right.
So we're gonna save with Plateau here. Because you should always save if you get the opportunity, right?
Yep.
Alright, now we're gonna head into his into his chamber. So it's just a small square room. We've got a table, we've got red flooring.
You there!
And what the blazes do you think you're doing? I don't recall clearing the rank and file to set foot in here. Wait. I recognize you. You're the little runts from before. Well, no wonder you haven't got any manners. You've just brought yourselves 10,000 push-ups.
No.
Oh, no, sir. We're here on business. Yes, very official business.
What's the meaning of this?
Business, he says, and he's slamming his spear down, of course. Spit it out, then. I'd love to know what business such a wet behind-the-ear recruits have with Sergeant Xanth. We wish to borrow a key from you. You do possess a key that grants access to the area behind this one, correct? Oh, I'd expect a better story than that. You think I'm stupid enough to just hand my key over? We beg your leniency, sir. As we are new to Luis's service, we wish to familiarize ourselves with this runner in hopes of better performing our duties. Well, if you are half as clever as you are bold, you'd know the power is everything around here, and I've got no mind to entertain requests from boot scrappers. You want in the door, you better have the gut to back it up. Get through your thick skulls. Weakling have no business in Luis's army. So to put it another way, if we show you how powerful you are, you'll lend us the key. Are you daft to have? You must be if you're challenging the mighty Xanth. I'll say damn right we are. Ugh, bold and stupid. You don't seem to value your lives with due. No matter what, I'll beat some sense into you. It's clear that you a lot aren't gonna learn nothing unless it hurts, so I'm gonna straighten you out like a smithy on a sword by clanging your heads together. How fortuitous then. We have our own business to attend to, so we shan't be defeated here. We need to take him down before the guards outside wake up or we're dead. Let's wreck him.
Draw and have a...
He threatens us.
We're in deep trouble if we let him call his allies. Strike fast and take him out before he can do anything.
Now, show me what you can do. On guard.
Crush Xanth in 3 turns or less.
I'll use what I must. Assassin.
Alright, so I said poison. So I was able to poison him.
Win!
Just a scratch. I call upon royal power within.
Come! Pierce through that!
Just a scratch. Face me. Mandible berry.
Alright, he's almost dead.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Since I did all the dungeons, I think my characters might be a little over-leveled for this, but that's okay.
Not bad. Such strength.
Ugh, beaten by a half-wit little shites, I can't believe this. And what was the hell with that magic? Powers like that with no igniter don't make any damn sense. I consider our strength amply demonstrated. Now then, the key.
What?
No, I refuse. You're mad if you think I'm handing it over. You know, I wonder if Lord Luis would have say about you losing to half-wit little shites. Doesn't seem very becoming of an officer of your station, does it? But wait, I get it, alright? I'll lend you the key. Just keep your bloody mouth shut. So we get the key. Alright. You're not to breathe a word of this to Lord Luis or to any of the other soldiers. I'm sorry, are you still barking orders? Did you forget that we just wiped the floor with you? Whatever, come on, let's get to the crew quarters.
Alright.
Obtain Sergeant Xanth's key. Accomplished.
Nice.
Alright, so
What?
it was a mere stroke of luck that allowed you to defeat the great Xanth, so if you know what's good for you, you'll not be spreading any nasty rumors about this here. Alright, so we could unlock the door to the cafeteria, which lets us skip over that entire area if we have to come back. And then we can go left and up this door, which takes us into the next the next area.
Pushing forward.
So we walk up some steps. And we actually are in like a breast area. And this is a Magla Hollow.
Here.
Looks like they use this place as a break room for the soldiers. Perfect. We are soldiers, are we not? Then let's take a break. So we walk in, and it's just like a room with a bunch of like kind of pretty modest wooden tables. We got some crates along the back wall. Nothing.
Let's go.
Nothing too fancy.
Here.
This lift should get us back to the entrance. We ought to be able to get moving with Sandscape. Alright, but we don't want to go back to the entrance. We want to keep going. So we run up some steps. We open another door. The doors are like black with some kind of dark metal designs on them. Alright, now we can go left or right.
Got a sec?
Looks like it splits into the starboard corridor and the port corridor. Either one will take. There's a different area altogether behind those corridors, so we'll need to find another key if you want to keep the thing. Whether we choose part of starboard, we'll still need to obtain a key from whoever designated to oversee.
Truth
that area.
is.
About that, I know the names. Those gods told me everything I wanted to know a few drinks in. First, Seba, the maintenance chief, is down the starboard corridor. He's a stubborn bastard with no sense of humor, but he's a first-rate engineer. We heard about Seba in the informant, remember? They said his specialty is magic that repels attacks. And while he can't repel magic, it won't work too well against him either. We were advised to figure out some way to nullify his barrier. We have a pretty good chance of beating him if we take that advice into consideration. If you feel prepared enough, we'll take him out. Down the port corridor is Master Sergeant Gleecham. There are whispers that he's gone mad. Best to expect he'll put up a fight. We heard about that Gleecham from the hurry. His shout is loud, it can daze you. Right, the informant said Gleecham was susceptible to being provoked, so if someone can draw his attention, that could turn the battle in our favor. It's going to be tough, but we can pull through if we keep the informant's advice in mind.
No.
If so.
Alright.
Really? All right.
I don't believe I have the magic to dispel the barrier, so what I need to check is, do I have any items that can nullify daze? Doesn't look like it. Well, then, if I don't, I may have to leave actually and get them.
Ready?
The starboard corridors.
We're off.
No. Alright, so this maze is much bigger than...
Check this out.
That's Seba's quarters. He's the maintenance chief. Oh, actually, this isn't what I want.
Okay. Let's go. Watch out.
Right, I want the other guy.
Hang on. Hang on.
I guess that's too late now.
God, look at you.
Alright, so we're going. We got the
Amazing.
bird's eye view. We got the bird's eye view again.
This might come in handy. Maybe.
All right.
There you are. I was beginning to think you might not show. So Heismay's actually in here. Only a joke. Let me guess the situation. We're a lot lost now for how to best surmount these obstacles. Yes, they're not leaving us any openings. I should say so. Watch and learn, my young friend. This is my specialty.
What?
So he uses his like ninja smoke bomb.
Stop!
He runs by. You there, halt! Intruder. Bollocks! I lost him. Well, he's got to be close.
Look.
Find him. Here comes the guards. Now we can get behind them.
Let's do it.
Oi!
Oh, I accidentally ran in front of them.
Coming, are you?
Defeat the enemy in 3 turns.
Give up!
It's no.
You're tough. It's nothing
Magic
else.
Seeker! Win!
Go, Luis.
Okay then. This is. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay then. Look at you. Watch out. Whew.
Alright.
Listen.
Got caught, did you? Well, no matter. These fools are taken care of. Feel you, big.
All right. All right.
So I guess we're fighting.
Hang
Saba?
on.
I guess I'm not done with all the guards just yet. I just took out the two that were going after Heisme.
Hey,
Oh, I ran. This guy must be the last one.
Don't expect any
Captain,
fight
take
as power.
your defenses down.
My turn now. Your road ends here.
Come forth, royal soul!
Go, Luis.
Okay, I feel stronger.
God, that. Yeah. Watch out. Okay.
We're wandering around, looking for the last guard.
Yep.
I have no idea where the last one is at.
I don't like this. Hang on.
Still got people to find.
Who goes?
Oh, there was one up here on the top level.
Your
Just
road
uses like
ends
this.
here.
Magic Seeker!
Got your defenses down.
Win!
Using this.
Give
Tough
up.
one!
Come on. You're tough.
Magic
else.
Seeker! Scour!
Go, Luis.
And we're done. Alright, so that's all of them.
Let's see.
Okay, Maintenance Chief Seba's Key.
Isn't that... Ready? Understood.
So we're gonna go into his room. Oops, I should have saved with Plateau, but it's okay.
Get out of here.
Alright, so Seba's really fat. And his helmet is like a round... has like a round, like, saucer on the top of it. And you just see two, like, rectangular shaped slits through the front. You're not from my division. In fact, I don't recall ever having seen your face before. Who's your commanding officer? We're no recruits. Fresh meat. Suppose I did hear something about a rusty little elder skidding about. Tis he you heard tell of, Helgeberg says, and we are his companions. Our formal introduction is to be giving at the upcoming soiree. One more chance. What could be so urgent that recruits feel the need to distract me while I'm busy trying to keep this girl running? Any more quips or jabs and they'll be hell to pay.
The truth is...
Actually, we would humbly request a favor. We ask that you lend us the key to progress further inward. Lend you the key, I get that. How is it that you morons continue to so grievously misunderstand your place here? Let me fill you in, seeing as you're new. The area just past this is the bridge, yeah? The brains of the Charadrius, yeah? Let me put it in terms you'll understand. Off limits to fresh meat! Please, we ask of your understanding. The Charadrius is the finest gauntlet runner in the entire kingdom. It's a very rare privilege to have the opportunity to see her at every corner. So you lot actually appreciate her for the remarkable vessel she is. You got a good eye, I'll give you that. But the answer's still no. Everywhere is lousy with sneak thieves these days. You see? Everyone's got the stink of Forden about him. Can't just go letting anybody through, hardly knowing where they came from now. Power is everything. There's the code here, no? Perhaps we battle and let the results decide. You really looking to pick a fight with me? Huh, you're no better than any them thief then, are ya? You wanna dance, then we'll dance. Make your peace now, maggots. It'll be too late once you're in hell. We've survived a dance or two with death before. We won't see our streak broken by you.
Let's do it.
We'll beat him before the guards outside wake up, just like we did the others. Let's get this over with.
Intruders won't get caught. Insolent!
He might be stalling for time so he can call for help.
Here I come, you!
Crush Siva in 3 turns alone.
Feast your eyes on some real magic!
See if I can dispel this.
No!
Yikes! Watch out for their counterattack!
Feast your eyes on some real magic!
Ice May, did they put you to sleep?
Feast your eyes on some real magic! Face me! Mustn't settle for the easy way. I'll use this!
Let come forth, royal soul! In no holding back! The power of light! With blade in hand!
Oh, I might be able to just beat him with magic.
Feast your eyes on some real magic!
So...
This should work! I'll drag you before the count myself!
Are you prepared? Oh, holy love! Die hard!
Justice prevail!
we use
Still standing, I see.
strong... Okay, so we've got one more turn. This is our last turn, but he's almost,
I'll use what I must.
almost defeated.
Tis best dependable berry.
The freak.
Impossible! As my age caught up to me.
So we took him out.
Good. 'Tis done.
I admit, it feels good to get strong.
Ha! I have never known such heights.
So we took him out.
Impossible.
Bloody fucking sprogs. My defenses were as solid as steel. That magic he used, I've never seen anything like it. If this is some sort of new technique, why in blazes isn't Luis's army making use of it?
No.
Nothing he shouldn't already be capable of, I assure you, but all the same, you'll be lending us that key now, yes? It does seem you have some skill. If you're not working for Forden,
Yes.
are you? There's not a chance we'd ever fall in line with Forden. In fact, we're the ones who besmirched Sanctism's good name at the exhibitionist recently. Seems my hands are tied then, but in return you'll keep this to yourself. You hear? We agree on that, right?
Fear not.
So we get his key. We've no intention of blabbering. Our only wish is to study the runner, pure and simple. Exactly, come on, let's head to the bridge.
Alright.
Pained Maintenance Chief Siba's key. Alright.
Let's go.
Oh. You got that?
All you're doing here on the bridge is observe. Got it? You can sit quietly and watch, but don't touch anything. Still, can't believe I lost to such an unruly bunch of boot stains. Suppose I can't sit on my laurels. Alright, so now we're gonna head further in.
Yeah!
That was actually easier than I thought. When I said that he resisted magic, I figured he would resist magic, but he really didn't. So just over-leveling a little bit is enough to overpower that guy's defenses. And I went with the other boss in my last playthrough because when I heard that he had reflection magic, I thought, oh, this guy's gonna be really hard, but that was actually really easy. Alright, so now we walk up the platform, we open up the bridge. Well, not quite.
Here.
Hang on, this is familiar. We're in front of the reception room that the brothers showed us.
Look!
Everyone look, that's the lift to Luis's quarters. So we look up and there's like a fancy looking door that has like a bunch of you know, it's like a black steel door like the other ones, but it's got all these like gold kind of artsy designs on it as well. So you can tell it goes. Then for Gallica's reconnaissance, all that remains is to ride the lift. Hang on, we can't use the key we gotta have on that lift. We need the officer's key, and they keep that one on the bridge. So the door at the bottom of the lift, are we assuming that's the bridge? Yeah, we head through there. Let's get the key, then Luis's quarters are in sight. We are a hair's breadth away. We must secure that formula and break the curse over His Highness. Captain, how about you and I go ahead to the bridge before the others? We're more likely to be questioned if we move as a group. We shall await your signal and guard the rear flank in the meantime. I managed to learn the helmsman in charge of the bridge is called Cabio. Didn't get much more than that, unfortunately. Cabio watches the bridge when the ship's docked. From what I hear, he's a fan of the songstress Juna, too.
Isn't that...
The informant told us that thing or two about Cabio. Apparently, he got caught in a nasty thunderstorm and it messed with him up pretty bad. Came away terrified of lightning. So he's so averse to it that sometimes he has someone else take the helm when the weather gets rough. If he really does hate it that much, then lightning magic should do the trick. Let's use this information to help us plan our next move. If you're ready, let's take on Cabio. We'll be alright as long as we take some steps to prepare. Good luck in there, Captain. And that's why I had Hulkenberg get the stronger spells, even though I had to spend most of my items on them. Can I go into the reception room? Nope, I cannot. However, I can go into this break room here, which is basically is the substitute for a Magla Hollow in a dungeon. The soldier's break room. How about we take a quick breather? Would not object. Looks the same as the others. We've got like barrels in the background, so you know maybe that's like wine or some other thing to drink, and then we've got some tables. So we're almost done in here. Because the other part of the infiltration will take place on the day of the soiree itself. We go through a hallway here and we enter into an elevator. The elevator has like a red carpet on the floor.
At last.
Alright, the bridge is up ahead. We should find the key for Luis's personal quarters there. Seems like it's safe. There aren't many guards around. Wait, look. There's a window on that door. Maybe we can look inside from there. So we're in the area right outside the bridge. It's like a wooden plank floor. We head down the stairs from the elevator, and then we can turn left or right, and there's two doors that both go into the bridge. The door on the right has a little window in it, so we can look through the window and see what's going on in there. Just our luck. Of course, the bridge is crawling with soldiers. We'll be spotted for sure. Well, this won't work. No choice but to look for another way. So... let's see. Can we look through the other one as well? I probably shouldn't open this door. Okay. However, there's a ladder here that goes up to like a little ledge. It's overlooking this entrance area. And that ledge goes into an air duct. This vent looks promising. You might be able to travel through there. We don't seem to have any other options. Might as well try. You good with that? I'll say let's get sneaky. Alright, but do it quickly. We can't get caught now. So the air duct goes through, and now we're like on a ledge overlooking the bridge, and they can't see us yet. Phew, we did it. We made it, but now we have a new problem. And we look down, and we see that there's like probably a dozen soldiers in there. It's just us and Gallica. We see the bridge, which is, you know, multiple, like, little layers and levels of things, and there's all kind of, like, devices and stuff, because this is like a giant ship, right? So it's not just, like, Neuris in his one little cockpit. This is, you know, a full-on navigation bridge. What are we going to do about them? There's no way we can sneak by all these soldiers. Any right ideas? Let's call the others.
No!
It's not safe to call them over here unless we secured a route. We have to think of another way. Let's take them all on. You just want to fight them? I mean, maybe you could take them, but no, that wouldn't work. A fight this big would draw too much attention and Luis would find out. So I'd say, all you. You tell me to fetch a key out. I know why, for your sake, I hope that was a joke. Any bright ideas? Maybe there's distraction. So, and that maybe a distraction only showed up after I tried the other three. If we did that, word of it would definitely reach Luis. Wait, that might actually work in our favor. I knew you'd come up with something eventually. Stay hidden. I think the others can help us.
This is bad.
This is Stroll. The ammunition depot. Its fire's broken out and it's gonna blow. We need backup immediately. Repeat, the fire in the ammunition depot. Requesting immediate backup. Panic shows, good God, to me, lads. That fire's party number 1. So.
Over here!
Helkenberg, 'tis, what I meant to say is, the pantry. We've spotted an intruder. We need reinforcements right away. The fiends ate all the dried meat, bread, and let's see, oh, and some salted fish before withdrawing. Send reinforcements.
Come on.
The hell did an assassin come on board with an empty stomach or something? Whatever, let's go get them. To arms.
Give me a hand! Give me a hand!
Hell, this is the engine room. The primary engine is out of control. I fear an explosion is imminent. All hands to the engine room. On the double. Do not tarry. What in blazes now? It's the engine room? The whole run has gone to hell. Let's get over there quickly.
Hey!
And all that's left is the guy running the bridge. Now the bridge is all emptied out. The plan worked perfectly. The others should be coming soon. Let's take out the area supervisor now while we have an opening. Oh, Lady Juna, this is Cabio, the guy who's running the bridge. How is it that I still long for you when I always hear your voice singing in my head? Well, looks like what we heard was true. He really is infatuated with Juna. The crew here really does love the songstress, don't they?
What's your deal?
So he turns around. What's this? So he's pretty skinny. Hang on, what are you doing all the way up here? All the guards are supposed to be responding to calls for backup. Oh, not us. We're the new recruits. We've come to tour the bridge and introduce ourselves to the superior officers. New recruits? You mean the ones that Lady Juna spoke to directly? Don't tell me. Is she the real reason we're here? We could say we're big fans. She's not my type, or I'm in love with her.
Whoa, hold on, mate.
Show those horses, mate. That's Lord Luis's lady you're talking about. I said I'm in love with her. Though, I must admit, I feel the same. She has bewitched me, body and soul. And he's just got like a traditional, like, knight helmet. Not any kind of really weird shape. Like the one that's like, got kind of like the horn-looking look in the middle. And, you know, the several strips of metal going vertically with the gaps in between. So it's more of a traditional knight-looking helmet. Name's Cabio, the helmsman. I'm Lady Juna's most devoted fan. The whole reason I enlisted was so I could bask in her radiant presence. Even a layabout like me needs to dream big. Mine's to take the Charadrius out here way up and sail the starry skies with Juna at my side. Seems we've only entered the prologue of his little reverie. Our time runs short. Get the key quickly. You're right, we don't even need to fight him. He's not paying attention, so let me just go ahead and grab it. Aggravated voice. What the devil's going on here? And why am I seeing soldiers without their proper clearance on the bridge?
Huh?
Yeah, there's another one. So this guy's got like a round looking helmet. You there, state your name, rank, and purpose. I've been informed of entering the bridge without permission is a severe violation of regulation. You best have a good reason for being here, or else you'll be detained at once. Say we have permission. Indeed, just as we said, we borrowed the key from a senior officer and sought to familiarize herself with the runner. That's about the most suspicious story I've ever heard. Hard to imagine a ranking officer simply lending a key to some grunts. I'll need to look into this. This is Salva. I'll have you know that you're speaking to Salva, Chief of the Guard. So once more, state your purpose, and know that your life depends on your answer. Chief, these are those recruits. You know, the ones, wait a second, what are recruits doing here anyway? We simply came to observe. Now that we've pledged ourselves to Lord Luis, we want to know how the Charadrius is inside here. Even if that were the case, this is still too strange. by half. A pack of new recruits gets their hands on a key while the rest of the crew is dispatched elsewhere. Well, that's, you guys come to learn more about us, do you? Well then, I'll give you a valuable lesson on how we treat suspicious curs. The ruses fail. We have but one course of action now. We need to take them out before the soldiers hurt. 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's
I'll
go.
handle your
So you mean to resist? Then there's no doubt you are enemy combatants, and I have no reason to hold back. I declare you guilty, and I'll be the executioner.
Come at me.
So Salva's helmet is like a dome-looking thing.
I'll not say it again. Military discipline is absolute. I've no sympathy for the kind of insolent devil who disobey a superior officer.
Ha! Right he is. Now brace yourself, you amateur. I'll show you how to handle a real fight.
We have to take both of them at the same time? We'd better take them out fast.
Crush Cabio and Salva in 3 turns or
I'll
less.
wipe you out. A blunder.
Salva's got Almighty. And then Cabio is just like a physical slash character.
I'll use what I must. Falling back, assassin.
Their weakness.
The freedom of a want Vitus power. Win! No.
Swordmaster!
Use Raging Edge.
For all
And then-
we strive for! Oh,
I'll take
both
what's more. Oh, power of kings. Fall.
Come forth, royal soul! Scour!
I can take it.
Give me a break, man.
I call upon royal power within.
So Salva was already defeated. He's just like hunched down now. Because we're not actually killing these guys. We're just knocking them out.
Blade in hand!
Cabio
Got them right in their weak spot.
takes serious damage from lightning, so he took him out in 2 rounds.
My dream. Count Louis trusted us to handle things in his absence. How could we fail him like this?
Got both of the...
Not bad at all.
I'm not defeated.
Excellent. I've grown more powerful.
And... we knocked out both of them out. Getting trounced by recruits has got to be grounds for a dishonorable discharge around here, so I doubt they'll tell anyone. I shall retrieve the key. It would be on Cabio. I already got it. Our work here's done. So we got the officer's key, quarters key. Quite the relief. Our route infiltration has been secured. Well, we've got the chance. We might as well go as far as we're able to. I think we've earned a look around Luis's private quarters. So we leave the bridge.
All right, let's go.
And we head up into Luis's quarters.
All right.
It's open. Now we can get into Luis's private quarters. Wait, guards incoming. You've been noticed. You must take cover. So it's
Sam.
Basilio. Fidelio wouldn't send me here for no reason, but there's no one in sight. And what the hell was that random request for backup? Can't be too careful. Stay sharp until the machinists have fixed up the maintenance. Guard, understood. I'll keep security tight.
I'm leaving.
Let's nose around the other areas too, just in case. Look lively. Right behind you, sir. I think that might have been the other boss that I didn't fight, but I'm not sure. I think they're gone. At least we didn't get caught. However, they could tell something was amiss. He requested increased security. It's fine. We've secured a path to Luis's quarters. Now all we have to do is wait until the day of the soiree.
That's true.
Right. No need to push ourselves too far right now. Let's quit this place. Mission accomplished. The route to access Luis's room has been secured. Now all that's left is to sneak in on the day of the soiree and swipe the curse formula. Then the prince's curse can be lifted. So, and now we're eating at the restaurant again. This in Brylehaven. Well, our infiltration route is secured. I suppose we owe our thanks to Gallica this time. Indeed, having detailed information about the runner's interior beforehand made it much easier to explore. Thinking back on it, you agreed to that solo infiltration with barely a moment's hesitation. That's admirable nerve. Well, I suppose I had to make myself useful eventually, Gallica says.
Sure, but...
I'm honest, though. I know I complain a lot, and I'm not always my bravest, but I'm always prepared to do my best. There's no point in focusing on what you can't fix. I still help in my own way. The smallest tasks still need doing, and I'm perfect for them.
I got this.
You got that? Well, you can trust me with anything you need, okay? I can sense Gallica's dependable resolve. So she ranks up to rank 4.
We'll keep going forward.
So mages can now inherit too, and Phase Sight now does more when we're inside a dungeon. So
Even so,
still, the Soiree is the main event. We have no idea what awaits us. We mustn't let our guard down. Right, until we get the formula, let's stay on our toes, or wings if you've got them.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So now, August 4th.
All right.
Well, our infiltration route to Luis's quarters is secured. Now we just have to wait for the Soiree. Can't imagine what kind of party a villain like him would throw. We have no clue what to expect there. We should make certain that we have the strength to handle whatever surprises may await us. Or we can help more of those in need instead of idly whiling away at the hours. We should do whatever we can to ensure that our efforts are not in vain. Tutorials, operations. Spend time until the Soiree. The path to Luis's room has been secured. Use your time both in and out of town to ensure you're well prepared for the
Well then.
I hear a voice. We're in quite the predicament. It's Barden.
Oi there.
Alright, so who can I talk to today? Alright, I can talk to Stroll, Maria, or Barden. Stroll, I can finish his quest line, so I'm gonna do that. Just a moment. Back. Sorry. Had to,
Well met, eh?
step off for a moment. We are going to talk to Stroll.
Yeah.
And that'll finish his quest line.
Oh, it's you.
After all that's happened, I found myself thinking of my parents. I wonder what they would say if they could see me now. I only wish I could tell them of all this transpired, so let's go now.
Thanks a bunch.
Truly, thank you. You've been such a great help. And you point to the gauntlet runner towards my village again. So we're gonna go to the Stroll's village.
You know, I'm truly
We're sitting on
blessed
like a
with good
bench
fortune.
along one of the roads at you see the ruined buildings.
I was born into nobility, lived a carefree childhood, and I even survived a human attack.
But more than all of that, I've met people I can trust. I'm further blessed in friendship. Sometimes it frightens me. I question whether or not I deserve to have all this.
I can say you do, just prove it to yourself, or everyone deserves it, you do.
Of course you do.
Hearing you say it helps me believe it. After all, I was only able to help the people here because of my parents' wealth. The inheritance just happened to be in the royal capital, and the people of Harlia were coincidentally in the same place.
See. All's well that ends well.
Maybe you should be glad things turned out so well.
I suppose you're right. I don't regret using the full inheritance as I did for a moment. Given a second chance, I would do the exact same thing. But I think I defied my parents in some way. That's my only regret in all this.
I can say they wouldn't be angry, they'd have done the same thing. I'll say they'd have done the same.
I'm sure they'd have done the same.
I just don't know. Even during the attack, my parents shielded me from the fighting. They told me to get to Grand Trad with all haste. Grand Trad. Rangif said my parents told him the same. They wanted everyone to flee to the capital. And then the merchant in the capital was the one keeping the inheritance. Is this all really coincidence?
I can say your parents orchestrated, or it was probably intentional.
It was probably intended to happen this way.
If that's true, though, do you think my parents might have intended the inheritance to be... Oh, the family treasure my father mentioned in the letter. He wasn't talking about the inheritance. He meant the people. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? I continue to find ways I never understood my parents.
I can say surely they
put their
you.
faith in you.
In me. They had faith in me. I'd always thought I'd been a worthless son to them.
I can say that's not true. Parents don't think like that, or you've honored them. I'll say that's not true.
I'm sure they'd be proud to call you their son.
Proud. Someday, I will restore our home. Everyone will come back to live in peace. And I won't let anyone take it from us, ever again. But this isn't about my family. This tragedy must never be allowed to be repeated anywhere. On my pride as a noble, I swear it.
I can sense Stroll's unrivaled trust and his determination to change the future.
The proud noble Stroll, keeper and heritor of the warrior's virtues. By the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Rank 8,
I'm
fully
going to change
maxed.
the
Science
future.
Essence. Increase the skill inheritance for warrior lineage to 4, Slayer of Humans. When Stroll attacks a human-type monster, critical rate goes greatly increases, and Grand Fantasy. Stroll is ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment. Alright, well that won't play out for a little while yet.
My friend, hope is only a step behind a clear conscience. My parents' mantra has never been more clear to me. You keep moving forward. Do what you know to be just. And I will be just a step behind, no matter what. Look back, and you will find hope. Don't forget that.
With the vision of Halle restored and clear in my mind, I spent a moment enjoying the wind on my face, then returned to the others. Thanks to Stroll's strong faith in me, I now have the strong support of the people of Halle, and I rank up to rank 26. Right here. I told him to give it a bash if he'd had the chance, but how's that working out with Neuris? Neuris comes with. So, just a few comments on Stroll's questline. You know, each character's questline kind of goes into different stuff. And I think for Stroll's, his questline is about how, you know, and obviously, unfortunately, this isn't true for everyone. Some people really do have parents that don't like them or don't believe in them or are abusive or whatnot. But I think in general, most people's parents try to love them, and sometimes we don't always understand the decisions our parents make. And while those decisions might not always work out, you know, I have a lot of bitterness over certain things my parents did to raise me in the, you know, paradigm of what was thought to be proper parenting for kids with disabilities in the 1990s and early 2000s. But as I got older, I realized they did the best that they could with what was considered the cutting edge of parenting expertise at the time. My parents were both well-educated people who did research and, you know, tried to do the best they could with what was believed to be the proper way to parent someone with a health problem at the time. And I think in Stroll's case, he reflects that too. And I wonder, you know, how many of you watching this have the same thing in your life, that, you know, when we're teenagers or young children or even early 20s, sometimes it's not always easy to understand, but then once you get getting a little older and you have that perspective and wisdom, you can kind of see, well, you know, sometimes people just did the best with what they had. And, you know, it sounds like Stroll's parents really liked to talk in riddles and things like that, you know, and, you know, when he was a kid, he didn't really understand what they were talking about. But now that he's actually lived out some of the stuff that they were talking about, he realized that they actually did care about him and that they were instilling values in him that wouldn't really blossom until he was older. And, you know, because of those values, he was able to maturely handle the situation with his people. He was able to see through the deal that Lord Hydron was offering him that wasn't the right deal for his people, because by now they've moved to Grand Trad, and they don't want to move again. They just want to have houses to live in rather than living on the streets or wherever, shelters or whatever it is they're currently living in.
Isn't that...
And he was able to have the wisdom to spend the money to do what he wanted with his people. Let's hang out with... We can hang out with Alonzo or Neuris. Let's hang out with Neuris. I really like him. He's... Neuris is hilarious. I love Neuris. So, we're back in the Gauntlet Runner in the engine room.
Hello.
Why? What's that look on your face? Boredom? Got nothing to do? Well, have you brought me another lost relic? We did pick up another weird thingamabob, and I'm not sure if it's one of those lost relics. Sounds intriguing. Might I have a look then? I'll say sure. Handed Neuris the junk that we picked up during our travels. This one's a bit tricky. It must be open. Oh, what's this? Just a good twist there, and then a push in, and there you are, you see? It's another one of the, like, red crystals. What I'd tell you, sharp as a blade, these instincts, but my heavens, it's quite a find. So something was inside, just like the last one. Neuris might just be the one who understands this stuff. Oh, I expect to some degree of this, but this design's different. Yes, by God, it's coming to me. I see it now. A heaven-sent cerebral nugget of pure genius. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
We got some heroes fruits. Gotta say, though, I didn't think I'd get to see these relics in such a short span. Must be thanks to my healthy living and intellectual curiosity, eh? Thanks to us, you mean? You haven't found a thing yourself, Neuris. Why don't you come out and help us search every once in a while? No, thank you indeed. I haven't the build for combat, but a man's worth isn't decided by his sword arm alone. What? I'm a long way from youth now, but I was quite the dasher when with the fair sex in my younger days, you know. Had to fend off all the marriage proposals with a stick.
For real?
Oh, really? I certainly did. A strapping young lad with a genius mind and familial prestige. Why, I was every debutante's dream. Like I say, must have been amazing. Keep telling yourself that. I wish that were me. Must have been amazing.
Well,
You must have really been amazing, Nurse. Well, so I was, though most of my would-be suitresses were only in it for the social climbing, I'm afraid. I even had a fiancé at one point. What? You really?
Wow.
Oh yes, but I remember I was a young obsessive. Romance and career both fell to the wayside as I threw myself into runner research. Poor girl got tired of waiting. By the time I thought to check in on her, she'd sloped off and married some other blue blood. The adage holds true, I suppose. You never realize what you have until it's gone. Keep in mind, chap, and don't make the same mistakes I did.
Rather.
But that's enough depressing bygone tales for me. For me, Gauntlet Runners are the true loves of my life. So all I can say, it's a lifestyle choice. I support you, or you're perfect. I support you.
yeah.
I suppose I support you with all I've got. And I'm much obliged for it, but I wouldn't want you or the old girl here to push yourselves too hard. Can't say much else other than that. I'm grateful to you for both this relic business and having me along for the journey. My passion had been all but smothered, and you've rekindled it. Without you, I'd be rotting away in my chair with a stationary prototype bent and quashed. Well then, gotta sharpen my skills even more. We'll show those other runners you need more than big bulkheads. I can sense Nearest's overflowing enthusiasm as a researcher, as well as his deep gratitude towards me. The free-hearted engineer, Nearest, keeper of inheritor of the gunner's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny.
Goodness.
Gunner archetype
Life really
adept,
is
sniper.
interesting.
Alright, so we got the sniper.
To the joys of your company, eh?
Hope I can keep counting on you for the rest of the relics, eh, lad?
This one's important.
So, now I got the next one. Find Nearest's lost coveted relics. I don't know where they are, but I should look in clues in the notebook or the pillar in the engine room to my search. Parted way with Nearest and left the engine room.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey, listen!
Hey, there's a Coliseum in Britlehaven. You fight monsters together from all over. If you want, you can get a prize. Britlehaven Coliseum is well known. It's always crowded, except during stormy weather. They bring dangerous monsters directly into the city. Doesn't seem especially safe, but I suppose the experience is worth the risk. I can certainly see the appeal. Let's say we visit later. The ferryman ought to know where the Coliseum is.
Well,
We can check out the Coliseum. Why not? Find the ferry guy.
Wonderful.
Gone clammy all over. What am I gonna do?
Right. You heard this? Beg pardon?
Alright, there's a guy near the Night Prowler who wants help.
How's it going?
I'll have check that out. There's a Parapus dude over here. He's in like a cloak. We're familiar. Well, if it isn't my friend Will, what a pleasure. By the way, face is looking like a stranger. But he once visited the Night Province founder. Even if this is our first time meeting in the flesh, I consider any customer a dear friend. Back off, little man. You're moving kind of fast. What do you want with us? Well, I'm hoping you could do some negotiation on my behalf so I can get my deed back. Tragically, I had to offer it as collateral on a loan, but even after paying my creditor off, I haven't been able to get it back in my hands. The man in question is a respected Ishkia noble, whereas I am but a humble Parapus entrepreneur. I doubt I can count on the law backing me, but he won't treat a high-profile candidate with the same rudeness. That's the kind of man he is. And of course, you'll be compensated for your success. I've got some unusual armor I think you'll find quite useful. I'll handle it. Alright, listen to that confidence. I feel emboldened just hearing the words. The noble in question has a certain fondness for, shall we say, blood sport. I doubt he's watching I don't doubt he's watching a fight as we speak. He's an Ishkia fellow, positively dripping with disdain for us common folks. Can't miss him, I'm sure. I'll be waiting here. You just let me know if you got your hands on that deed.
Let's give it a shot.
So, the reason I went and picked up this quest
All right.
is because the guy, even though we were going to the Coliseum, is because the guy that we need to talk to is in the Coliseum. Arena Front Wharf.
Really now?
So we head up. Alright. So the pompous noble looks a lot like Lord Hydron. White hair, red robe, got the white angel wings. Just like most of the Ishkia. He's got dark skin. Not merely a low-life urchin, but a grubby little elder besides. I've got no words to waste in your kind. Out of my sight. Sounds like we found our pompous Ishkia. I bet this guy's got the deed we're looking for. But he won't even give us a second glance. We've got to think of something to catch his attention. So, you know me, I trust? I've seen you before. Ah, you're the candidate who's offered up a noble's head at the exhibition. Elder or not, I can respect such sophisticated tactics. Come on then, I'll hear you out. But as you can imagine, I'll be busy watching the fights. If you have nothing more worthy, I can't be bothered.
What do you want to do?
Bring up the deed. So about this deed. Ah, a deed. So that's it. So this is a business call, is it? I thought you might have something worth my time, but you're boring as the merchant. Be gone. I have no taste for. Let's try a different tactic, maybe.
What do you want to do?
Such a tawdry arena, this. I beg your pardon. You would mock the sublime, artful fights. I prefer real fights. I see. I suppose you are a candidate. No, you've been into distant lands. I confess when I hear some of these adventures, get him on the hook. So, you know the Forsaken Tower?
Aha.
The Forsaken Tower. You mean that legendary tower north of the city? Have you truly been there? I've never met someone ventured inside before, and you tell me this monster and battles encounter within its walls, will you? Nothing of it. I like the deed. The Parapoose who founded the Night Prowess is good as deed back. It was collateral for his own. That reprobate has you running errands for him. Well, no matter, suppose take it. Just like that. Well, it's hardly worth much in the first place. The only reason I have not returned it yet is because he broke his promise to me. How's that? I promised to lend him money as long as he entertained me, but as of late, he's become thoroughly boring. But enough of that. Come now, tell me a story to excite my very soul. No thrills, no deed. I decided to tell him about my adventures at the Forsaken Tower. I say, I've certainly heard the name of Orgus, but a monster that walks like a man, truly fascinating. Yes, a thrilling tale, well told. I applaud you, young sir. Thus you have saved me from boredom. As promised, here's the deed.
A fine thing indeed.
Sending an elder candidate to negotiate for him, the very idea, I suppose he's still capable of piquing my interest after all. Sounds like you've known him a while. I simply loaned the money because he needed to establish his business. He'd built his way up from having absolutely nothing, so I had high expectations, but he sold the tavern just as the money started rolling in. Didn't hesitate for a second, told me there was no sport in it if he won without trying. Wait, he sold it? So he's not even in charge of Nightprowl anymore? Made it sound like he was still running the place. I feel like he fast-talked us into this. Regardless, this was surprisingly fun, young candidate. You're an interesting fellow, the kind that I wouldn't mind throwing my support behind. Well, I guess we ended up with another supporter somehow. Anyway, we best head back to the Nightcrawler. Alright, so... Welcome, warriors, to the Moreno Coliseum. We are currently holding a ranked league tournament. If you want to participate first, you'll have to test your abilities with a certification battle. So in order to fight here, we'll have to prove your strength in a battle. There are rewards after we proved it, right? Rewards, what happened to the thrill of the fight? This is some home of vaunted warriors. Contest of strength. But yes, if you win, you'll get prizes according to your rank. A certification battle sounds easy. Think again. We've brought in some special monsters this time around. A terrifying beast with a body as hard as rock and temper worse than that. It's a fearsome beast. The perfect foe to separate the weak from the warriors. And to make it more interesting, we've instituted a special way. You'll have to move quickly. Don't want our audience yawning now, do we? So don't dawdle. That about covers it. So I'll say I'm in.
Give it a shot.
Let's have a good
Great. When you're ready, I'll be here. Excited to see you.
Let's give it our all.
I I need to claim victory at the Colosseum to obtain the reward. The Manjula boss boasts otherworldly defense, so I'll need perfect preparations to defeat it in a limited number of turns. So I'll say I'm ready.
Let's have a go.
Alright, so now we're in the Colosseum. This is where we had the like test, the exhibition with all the monster heads. Those are all gone, of course. And we're fighting a powered up version of the boss we fought out in the desert, the Manjula. So it's like a lion. It's basically a lion with a scorpion, with like a snake tail.
Some darker arts.
Magic Seeker!
But this shouldn't be too hard.
Scour! No holding back! Hack and slash! Oh, power of heroes! Pierce through them!
What? Oh, power of goodness!
By this power!
That was easy enough.
Satisfactory.
Hulkenberg and
Nice.
Stroll level up.
I feel stronger already.
I shall strive to use this power wisely.
Bravo!
That was an incredible fight, and what in the world was that magic you used? Whatever it was, you passed the certification bell. You've officially earned your place in the rank league. First things first, take your rank insignia and your reward. So we got 25,000 Reeve for that. Okay, then what happens next? In the ranked league, you'll participate against challengers in your same rank tier, but since you've only just completed certification, you're at Bronze 3. After that, Bronze 2 and Bronze 1, you'll fight through these one by one. Overcome Bronze 1 and you'll reach Silver, at which point you'll receive a special reward. Those who make it Silver are pretty capable warriors, but the highest rank is Gold 1. If you can make it to that, you'll be able to take on the greatest battle in Colosseum history. You'll fight 9 battles total, win, and you'll be the king of the Colosseum. Exciting, but you're literally at the bottom now. It's a long road. The reward for the Bronze 1 is a valuable piece of equipment called a Fortune's Grasp. The gauntlets will egg you on to gain experience faster. The reward for Silver 1 is even more impressive. It's a full moon medal. Put it on to recover your MP. And the reward for Gold 1 is a Gambler's Manual, the treasure at the Colosseum Legendary Tome. Because of the Colosseum, this Legendary Tome will increase the power of your deadliest blows. Of course, we have rewards for other tiers too. I can see that you're a talented bunch, so keep on taking the rank league to hone your skills.
I see.
Sounds like it's a pretty big commitment, but I suppose it's still a great place to get some practice in all the same. The Bronze 1 rewards sound pretty cool. If we take on the challenge, your courage might improve too. Well, we should be heading back for now, though. You seem pretty tired from the fight. Let's rest up. I got a rank insignia from the Colosseum. I should challenge myself to take on the ranked league when I have time. Alright, back at the Brylehaven Tavern. I hear a voice. I hope we get to meet again soon. It's Alonzo.
Isn't that...
Who's available? Heisme's available. And Alonzo's available. I'm gonna go with Heisme. See if Heisme comes to mind. Maybe I should talk to him.
Ah, it's you.
Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. My apologies if I may ask for a favor, especially concerning my son's return. My son's urn. I'd like to search the village. If you're otherwise unengaged, might we head there?
I'm in your debt.
I'm in your debt. I should. On guard for monsters, we made our way cautiously to the carriage to the forest near Heisme's village. By Tidari's account, there remains more dead anywhere in the village. He searched homes, streets, even crawl space, but found no sign of it. Yet it was surely the work of a villager. No doubt they hid the urn somewhere where it would not be found. They had not much time, scant moments to hide it, to avoid rousing suspicion, which means our culprit must have taken it out of the village. Maybe they rushed it out of the village. Agreed. If there's no sign of it within the village bounds, that would be the logical next step. Suppose it went like this. A villager disagrees with Tidari but isn't confident in speaking out directly, and then suddenly they find themselves alone with the urn. Then they seize the bones and hurry outside the village, an active impulse.
Then...
If true, we should find some traces of it on this road leading to the village. Let's keep an eye out as we move along. So they're just like on a road in the middle of the forest. There it is. So the person who took it just basically ran out of the village and just threw it under a tree. So they didn't really, you know, they didn't like bury it or anything, just as you deduced. Right. Excellent detective work, Haizme. Whatever it takes to hold my son in my arms once again. It was placed haphazard in the shadow of a tree, easily found. It suggests to me that the culprit did not truly wish it to be lost to me forever. I can only think that as long as I give up on laying my son to rest here, that will satisfy them.
However...
But is this truly how this should end? What do you mean?
What?
That's...
It's the villagers. If they didn't want my son buried here, I would rather have been told. Had we talked openly, perhaps we could have found a spot of mutual satisfaction. But they staked no claim, hid themselves outright, and then played at accepting me, demonstrating cowardice to one they deemed an outsider. 'Tis a tendency that runs deep, yes, but the village's isolation has magnified it dramatically. With such a shallow cast, their trade and relations may never recover. There are children in that village, too. Ought we really turn our backs on a village such as this, one that grows poorer and more isolated by the day? I say, I don't think we can.
Listen.
I don't think we can let the village go on like this.
Right.
Children have no say in where they are born. Their environment is a product of the adults who raised them, and it falls to those adults to take responsibility for it. I'd like to speak with Tadari and the others to go once again. My time with you has changed me for the better. Now the time has come to pass that favor on to the villagers. I can sense Haizme's kind-hearted determination and deep trust in me. Rank up, rank 6. So let's see, what do we get?
I found a way to change.
We get another skill slot for his thief, and he gets no experience penalty if we put him in reserve. Could I ask you to indulge my selfishness just a bit longer?
My thanks.
Thank you. Let's head back for today and return when we're ready.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
August 6th.
Well then.
Isn't that...
Let's see, we can talk with Maria or Barden. Talk with Maria. See if I don't think I can finish her quest line during this arc. I think it's the next arc, but I'm not sure.
Mister!
Oh, Mister, you're here. That reminds me, I have Neris's drawing. Give one to Maria. So I give her that drawing of the waterfall with like the carved faces in the background. Wow, what a huge river. And that thing, it's a waterfall, right? I've never seen one of them before. Do waterfalls always have faces under them? I told Maria about all the memories I made. I see, so there's really a place like that outside Grand Trap. Thank you, mister. I'll ask Miss Fabian if we can hang the atom up on the inn's walls. I look at the picture, I stop feeling lonely because I think of you on your journey, and you can come back and look at them too, right?
You know.
I wanted to talk to you too. Is Mr. Nearest there? Do you think he can help me make a sign? I'll say, let's go ask him.
Yeah.
Okay, my heart's already beating real fast. I'm a little nervous. Alright, so we go to the Gauntlet Runner. We're in like the meeting room with the table. Oh, a present, you say, and it's no trinket either, but one that requires my assistance to create. I'll say, you can help, right? We need the best, so we came to you. Color me intrigued. You've piqued my interest, so I must oblige.
Hey.
You really mean it? This design, I believe it's your work, isn't it, young miss? I am thus inspired. Such a lively line work in vibrant colors, a truly innovative schematic.
Genius!
My girl, you're quite the budding artisan, are you not? This sign is sure to brighten up even the gloomiest of avenues and grayest boulevards. Thank you so much, Maria says with an embarrassed look. Ah, yes, I know. I've got a fine cut of wood around here that was destined for this purpose. It should be crafted in a way that repels both rain and ravenous bugs alike, yes?
Amazing.
Wow, Mr. Neris is really helping us. I can't believe it. I'm glad we asked him. Glad we asked him to help. Yep, I really hope Miss Fabian likes it. I didn't ask her before we started making it. I hope it won't be a bother. Ahoy, young lady. The sign is now ready to astound the people of the city. It should be installed at the optimal angle, so I will need to handle that myself, certainly. To the honeybee.
Let's go.
Alright, mister, let's go. So now we've got Nearest, our protagonist, and Maria outside of the Honeybee Inn. The Hushed Honeybee Inn, actually. I'll install the sign now. So step back and leave me space to work.
Wow.
So now the sign's up, and it's a much nicer, brighter looking sign. Than the old one. It's got like a gold firmament around the outside, and it's got a couple of honeybees. The text is bigger, and then it's got like a little drawing of Rius, Will, Fabian, and Maria's faces next to it as well. An astute observation, little miss, but there's more to this work than good looks. She's built to last as well. I've outdone myself once again, and I'm sure you'll all agree. Maria, have you returned home? Fabian walks up.
You know.
Look, Miss Fabian, I asked Mr. Nearest to make this for you. You said that the last sign was too old, so do you like the one we made instead? It's a gift. Or I can say Maria designed it.
Right.
Maria designed it herself. Oh, Maria, you did this for me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Of course, I absolutely adore it.
Oh, good.
I'm so glad.
Wonderful.
It's a truly wonderful sign, and it's so well built, too. It's the perfect way for the inn to greet new guests. Just look at all these smiling faces. If I could see you just now, why, if he could see you now, he might just even shed a tear. Oh no, Miss Fabian, are you crying? Pay it no mind, dear. The sign is so bright, my eye is still adjusting.
You all.
Now then, how about a feast? On the house, of course, to thank you for all this. You will come and eat, won't you? Oh, of course, of course. It would be quite rude to turn down a free drink, would it not?
Oh, good.
I'm glad. It looks amazing.
Really amazing.
Your sign looks amazing, Maria. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, mister. But it made Miss Fabian cry. Are people supposed to cry when they're happy? You're right, Miss Fabian was really happy. Am I just like Papa now? Say a little bit, yeah, you did a great job. You outdid him. You did a great job. Of course, you did a great job.
Oh, yay.
Do you think that makes Papa happy too?
You know.
You know, when you give me pictures of your journey, I'm always surprised. I've never seen anywhere except for this place in the sky. But your pictures always teach me about so many places on the outside. It makes me really happy and excited to look at them. I want everybody else to have fun too. I want to give that feeling to a lot of people.
By the way.
There's so many people around here. They're always crying or getting upset. Everyone is sad, troublesome, and lonely. Both grown-ups and kids. Everyone's suffering just like I was.
I'll do my best.
But I'm okay now, so I want to make things okay for everybody else too. I can sense Maria's kind determination and the strong trust she's placed in me.
I wonder if Papa is watching.
Science merit. Increased skill inherited in slots for the healer, lineage to 3. I want to make sure that that boy is feeling okay too. Maria, could you come here and help me serve food? Okay, let's go. I can't wait to eat. After sharing a delicious meal with Maria and the others, I went back with Nearest, who was in a chipper mood. Back at the Brylehaven Tavern.
Isn't that...
Can I do anything? So it looks like Alonzo's our only guy, but we'll talk with him. I hope we meet again soon. Alonzo comes to mind, maybe we should talk to him. So he's sitting on the bench in the square. Ah, well met. What are you up to? So, about checking on my home village, I was wondering if now would be a good time for you to join me, so I can say, sure, why not?
Goodness.
You will. Thank you. Full disclosure. I've also invited my collaborator. You met him before. Having grown up in the same village, we're as inseparable as brothers. I'd like to firm up our next steps and then head over. Excuse me.
Ridiculous.
All right. This should do. The owner was kind enough to give us some space. My collaborator, that is my good friend from back home, should arrive any minute now. He's late. You've come all this way, too. Come to think of it, I haven't really told you about where I grew up. It was a beautiful village, full of flowers, not wealthy, but not destitute. There was a cheerful tranquility to it. Apparently, I'd been abandoned on the nearby road as a baby. The woman who took me in is my mother in all but blood. She's a parapus, I'm Nydia, so we couldn't look more different, but she raised me like I was her own. She never stopped smiling at me, and she was always so proud to call me her son. She sounds so kind.
Yes.
Oh, she is so kind, it's astounding. Mother's a good person. She trusts far too readily, though she has an uncanny ability to know when I'm the one lying. Anyway, she was an easy mark for fraudsters. I can tell you how many times experts told sob story to her. An expertly told sob story was all it took to rob her of everything she had. In fact, my only memories of her without a smile are the times that she would apologize to me for having nothing to eat again, tears welling in her eyes. That's why I started conning, you know. I decided I'd give any miscreant scums who take advantage of such kindness a taste of their own hell, each and every one of them. My latest mark is the worst villain of all, the landowner of my hometown. He changed my idyllic village into what it is today.
Sorry,
that was more than I'd meant to say. I'll say, we'll save your village.
it'll be fine. Thank you.
Thank you. I've been blessed with a silver tongue since I was born. I can fool anybody except my mother. You know, you're a bit like her too, strangely enough. I've forgotten what a nice feeling it is being able to have a genuine conversation with someone, so thank you for listening. I can sense Alonso's deep-seated gratitude. Rank 3.
I find myself wanting to believe.
Faker lineage can now... Is Kukulis here?
Well.
Why, welcome, good sir. Have you come to check on the clients? You can drop the act, Kukulis, or I beg your pardon, should I say Alonso. So this dude's an older Roussant guy, fat. He's got mutton chops, but he's bold. You know, he's got like the really chubby chin. He's in a suit.
Good
grief. Really just gives off like slimy old rich business guy vibes. And he doesn't even have a name. They just call him landowner. So like that's another thing that tips it off. You're the one from the village of that village of paupers, aren't you? Did you fancy yourself some sort of hero with your little tricks? A cheat is still a cheat. We're the same, you and I, except you're more fooled if you think you'll ever get justice. You have money that belongs to the village, and I would see it all returned to its rightful place. Is that not justice? Perhaps you'll change your time after seeing the sorry state your village is in now. Your associate, the one you meant to meet here, took some doing, but we managed to squeeze a few details out of him. About your family.
What?
What have you done to my mother? Well, simply killing her wouldn't teach you a lesson, nor would it be any fun.
What did you
do? You can't change things, you can't save anyone. This one's on the house, boy. He walks off. Oh. The distraught Alonso and I rushed by carriage to his hometown. It's like a smaller village. We arrived at a village near Brylehaven. It's been set ablaze. Mother. Alonso's holding a woman. Alonso's mother. A man. He asked if Alonso's mother was here. Don't speak, mother, I'll save you. I told him that's me. You're my one and only son. And I love. Mother, I'm sorry. This is my fault. You were always so sensitive. Live on. And she dies. Mother, can you hear me? Please say something. Mother.
Hey!
The landowner's servant told us it was you. That you were chumming up to the landowner to suck the village dry. And now you've put us the torch. What the hell did we ever do to you? It's my fault. I can pay for the reconstruction. I have the money, so I'll give.
Dreadful.
You traded your mother's You traded your mother's life for that money. I didn't. Keep your bloody money, you filthy murderer. Well, wait, please take the money. I'll use it for the village and to bury her.
Devil!
The only one who belongs in a grave is you, says one of the villagers. Right, yeah, you should have died instead. Burn in hell, you damn parasite. Ugh. So there's like 4 villagers all around him that are just laying into him. Okay, now they're gone. A villain always strikes when it hurts most, and that family and at home should have known. I said the damn words myself. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. I should have known. And was I blinded by revenge? No, I was simply unequivocally a fool. I said, let's get up. Are you alright? Lonzo, are you alright? That's right, I'm just a parasite. This whole time I've been feeding on my mother's life until there was nothing left of her.
I'm sorry.
I never had the power to change a single thing. Alonzo refused to move, or even stand. After ensuring his safety, I had no choice but to leave his side.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
August 7th.
Well then.
I hear a voice. We're getting near quite so. Barden keeps wanting to talk to me. I like Barden, he's a good guy, but I'm more worried about other quests.
Alright then.
Oh, I can report the quest at the Night Prowler, so I'll give the therapist dude the deed to his business back. Yes, that's my deed, without a doubt. May I have it? I said, here you go. My most treasured find. Friend, thank you so much. With this as collateral, I'll be able to start a brand new business venture. Hey, by the way, I heard you don't have anything to do with Night Prowler anymore. You were just talking about it like you ran the place. Oh, I did tell you this place is founder, yes, not as proprietor. I certainly didn't mean to misrepresent myself. The curse of a naturally silver tongue, I suppose. Now the reward, I promise you.
Mission accomplished.
So we got some money and a piece of armor.
Oh, come.
What, to doom myself to live with boredom and lethargy like any other smug? No, life's too short for that, but I better find a new challenge in life than waste my years baking. And what's better challenge than being a dear, loyal friend to become our helping here? So I'll say thanks for your support. Nothing else. Well, it seems like we both need.
Alright then.
I've got 6 days until this soiree.
Let's go.
So I guess we'll do an arena fight, and then that'll be it for this video.
Amazing.
Because I think ideally I'd like to get up to like the 12th, but that'll take like another hour.
Hail, warrior.
Normally we hold the round league here if you win but damn weather, terrible for business. Hope it clear. Okay, so it's raining, so I can't actually do it. Okay. Well then, that will be it for today. I guess I'll do Barden's storyline after all. Thank you so much for joining us. We infiltrated the Charadrius. We got ourselves ready for the soiree. We finished Stroll's quest line. We've made some progress with Maria and with Heisme. And, so, yeah, thank you so much. We will be back with more of the next video as we finish up our preparations for the soiree. And, then we'll see what happens next. So, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll be back very soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.